Welcome back to my channel. This is Refining Moments with Uche, and I want to wish you a happy new year. We finally made it to the year 2021. Incredible, isn't it? I am so excited and even more excited about all that this year has in store for you and I. This year is padded up, loaded up with incredible and phenomenal opportunities that I have decided to start the very first episode of the Final Moment for the year 2021. With a very foundational, what I consider as a foundational topic of discussion. Now, this is a topic that I have once done before. When we had our Mindshift Summit, I talked about it, but I wasn't quite impressed with the outcome of the video, so I thought to do this video again, maybe this time around in a revised version, and I'm trusting that you will benefit from all that I have to say today. So basically, we're talking about becoming an unconventional person. Of course, it takes unconventional thinking to becoming an unconventional person. Often when I come across people, personally and hear stories, one thing that I know that everyone has in common is that everyone desires to have a better life. Everyone desires to enjoy a successful life, to enjoy a fulfilled life, to be happy, to live the lives of their dreams and all. But then again, I stop to ask, why is everyone not having that? And our reason is because it's only a few people that are brave and bold enough to go all out, doing whatever it takes to bring into bear, the desire and the dreams that they have in their minds, which is which is really not supposed to be. That's not how it is supposed to be. Well, my assignment today is to help you understand what you can do to becoming an unconventional person. While the few people go all out to becoming and doing whatever it takes to becoming, the celebrated ones, the successful ones, the majority just choose to go, low, just choose to settle for the low average life that doesn't really, demand so much from them, which is where I want to encourage you not to be at this year. So who is an unconventional person? I'm sure you're itching to find out. An unconventional person, basically is someone who, thinks differently from every other person. Now, this is what he does. An unconventional person is someone who goes against general, conventional, common, popular thoughts and opinion. He doesn't settle for the status quo. He goes against the status quo and goes all out. Now, an unconventional person is someone who strongly believes that life is what you make out of it. You don't just wait for life to happen to you. And that's why I always say this. And someone actually, I think it was Harold Cletus, that said that one of the best ways to describe a state of madness is to keep doing something the way you've always done them over and over again and expect a change in results. That is something you can very well describe as madness, because things don't just change, they are made to change. And I am saying to you that for you to enjoy that successful, beautiful, fulfilled life that you desire to live in this year and beyond, then the first place that change needs to start is to start with you. Yes, for the things on the outward or the external on the external to change, you need to change first. That's why it all starts from. It is from the inside out and not the other way around. Alright, so once you've been able to establish that, then you can be very well assured that you are on your journey to becoming, to living, unconventionally, which essentially kind of like, ends up being the celebrated way or the beautiful way of living. Is that okay? So right about now, I'd like to read out some of the attributes of an unconventional person. And top on that list of the attributes of an unconventional person is the fact that an unconventional person is a possibility thinker. Because of the way that his mind or her mind has been wired, he or she rarely sees impossibilities with any situation at all. The unconventional people are people who see possibilities in every situation. I mean, even with situations that seem highly or seemingly impossible, an unconventional person still manages to see through the peripheral and sees deeper to fetching out the solution, and that of course makes them solution oriented. They are solution oriented people. They believe very strongly that if there is a challenge, if there is a problem that people are faced with, tucked in that problem is the solution. So they make the effort to go beyond the problem, regardless of what it would cost them to bringing out the solution. And this is something that, when they set out to do, the majority of the other people tend to criticize and talk down on them, and sometimes they call them stupid, they call them crazy, they call them unrealistic. But these people do not care. They still go all the way out to bring into bear what they strongly believe is in existence, and just to bring it to bear. The next attribute that I want to talk about that an unconventional person possesses is the fact that an unconventional person is vision oriented. Now, he is vision oriented, he is focused, and he is consistent. What that actually means is that there is a vision before that unconventional person that he is very keen on actualizing. And so because that is the case, he doesn't give in cheaply to distractions whatsoever they may be. He is focused. He narrows down his focus to getting accomplished what is right before him. And so because that is the situation, he's also very consistent at it. So he's not telling you that he has a vision today and tomorrow he's backing out. No, he's consistent. What he said yesterday or what he said 10 years ago that was his vision is what he's still saying that is his vision. Maybe there's been some modification along the way, but the vision is still very clear because he has it very clearly, clearly written in his mind. And the next is that they are knowledge seekers. They are knowledge seekers. They are constantly on the go, seeking for knowledge on how to improve, on themselves and how to get things better by the day, by the time. So when you see them online, it's either they're making or carrying out one research or taking up one course or reading up one material or something. They're always doing something to harness, their skills and their competence level. And that also makes them a go-to people. When their names are mentioned, when an unconventional person's name is mentioned, people knowingly, people originally know what to go to them for. Next attribute is the fact that unconventional people are action-oriented and risk-takers. They do not believe in just talking about what they want to do, but to act it out already. Once they have the picture clearly spelled out in their minds of what they want to get done, they have their plans all mapped out. The next thing is they're taking action. And yes, they are also risk takers. They understand that for them to go to where they have never been to before or to do what they have never done before, it would require some amount of risk. And they are willing to go all out to get it done. And they act in spite of fear. Now, the truth is, when you set out to do anything new that you have never done before in your life, there's every tendency to feel fear, to be nervous. But the difference between an unconventional person and a conventional regular person is this. While the regular conventional person feels the fear and gets nervous and gets overwhelmed and probably backs down, just decides to renege and get out of the whole project, the unconventional person looks at this challenge or situation, despite being fearful, still acts all the same. And you know what? They don't even see failure as the regular people see failure. Rather, they see it as an experiment and as an experience, something that would help them get to know better ways on how to get it done. I mean, that makes them very courageous and audacious. So the next attribute of an unconventional person, I mean, as I'm reading out all of these attributes, I'm sure somewhere in your mind you're thinking, okay, I do this, I think this is, I can relate to this because this is a part of me. If you are already thinking that way, congratulations. I'm telling you, you are already on the journey to living your dream. The next attribute of an unconventional person or unconventional people is the fact that they are influencers, they are impact makers, and they influence people. Now, when they set out on their journey, their first intention is never to, be influencing and all. They're just out to better the lives of others. And in doing so, people find what they do really fascinating and just get to follow them, almost naturally. They tend to pattern their lives after them. The next attribute of an unconventional person or unconventional people is that they are trend setters. They are trend setters, they are pathfinders, they are trailblazers. Now, an unconventional person really goes with the trend. I mean, I think of myself as one of such right now, thinking about this because, I know that when people say, oh, this is what is trending, you really would catch me there doing the trending things. And that is very typical of the unconventional minds. Now, they do not go with the trend. They can sit and study and understand why this is now a trend, and then would rather sit to create their own trends that would definitely lead people in the positive direction. The next attribute is that they are innovative. They're very creative. They're really creative people and innovative people, always seeking for new ways to getting things done. They are time converters. They know how to convert time, to making it much more resourceful. They are value givers. They know how to exchange value for value, okay? They are resource managers. And of course, they are people or relationship lovers. They value their relationship with people. And I think the last year is the fact that as much as they value their relationship with people, they're also very mindful of the things and the people that they allow into their space. They're very mindful, they're toxic or toxin repellent. They stay as far away as possible from every and any toxic relationship, because they understand that they understand the huge impact, the input that they get into them make on their output. And that, involves what they hear, what they see, what they smell, what they touch. They know how heavily such things impact on their product or on their outcome. So they try as much as possible to be very mindful of the people that they allow into their sphere of influence or their circle of influence. Okay, that's about it with the attributes. I'm sure you have numerous other attributes that you can, mention, that you know about. Please, I'd like for you to put them down in the comment box below. Remember, you are an unconventional person, and one of the things that I expect of you as an unconventional person is to impact lives, right? You are an impact maker to reach out to lives. So if you know of other attributes or other things that you feel that an unconventional person, or other attributes, qualities that you feel that an unconventional person possesses based on your experience or the experience of other people, do kindly put them down in the comment section below, okay, so that we can all learn and grow. Right about now, let's talk about the benefits. So there are so many benefits, but one of them is they get the chance to live fulfilled, purposeful life of relevance and significance that you can't take away from them. They tend to live a purposeful life of significance and relevance. They enjoy the satisfaction of living a fulfilled life because they're seeing their dreams that they have in their minds come to bear. And so there's this fulfillment that comes as an extra package where you are able to convert your dreams into reality. So they enjoy that. Another important thing is that they tend to live as models. People naturally pattern their lives after theirs because of the way that they've chosen to go. And the most important is that they serve as a source of hope, encouragement, and inspiration to others. Others see what they've been able to do and get really encouraged to do even better. All right, and that's really, really can be very rewarding to see that people are living their dream lives because of you, because of what you have been able to do with your own life. Now that brings me to the last point, and that is how to become an unconventional person. Okay, so the first is that you have a strong, resolute desire for a changed and a better life. Your desire is not a wishful thinking that the general public or everyone has, where people say, oh, I wish I could be this, oh, my dream is this, like just talking about it. No, there's a strong and very firm desire in your heart for a changed and a better life. Now, once that is cleared, the next thing is to pray. Now, I do not know how other people go about their lives. I'm talking to you from my own experience and from the experience of the people that I have seen live out what I'm saying practically. And I'm telling you that there was nobody that I have ever spoken with or seen or spoken to that did not pray. The place of prayer cannot be overemphasized. So you need to pray. And then when you have prayed, you ask God to help you effect this change. The Holy Spirit to begin to input ideas, concepts, thoughts into your mind of the things that you can do and what to do. And then, of course, you begin to notice in your environment. You're also observant because now you are determined. So that brings me to my next point, which is that you need to be observant to your environment. You need to see the challenges that are there, the things that get to you, that you feel very uncomfortable with, and begin to think of solutions and how to solve problems. The next thing you're looking at is to learn, to grow your competence, to grow skills, to grow in your level of competence, to be able to bring high definition kind of solutions to the challenges that you are faced with. And once that is in place, the next thing I want to encourage that you do, even as you constantly grow, is to constantly act. You can do all of these things. You can have the desire, you can pray, you can have the ideas, you can have the challenges staring at you, have the mind-blowing solution that you can bring to bear. But if you do not put action to all of this, they will just still be amounted to wishful thinking, which is the position that the majority has found themselves or have found themselves in. And you do not want to be there. So one of the ways not to even be there is to learn to act, to put actions to your plans, to your ideas, to your strategies. Dare to be totally and completely different. Once you've been able to do that, just watch your life go. And then, your excellence-oriented mindset comes into play. You keep growing. Now, when I say act or take action, I'm not saying you should get everything all set. Sometimes you may need to start from your little beginning. It's okay. And do not allow yourself to be intimidated by the highly influential people, the high impact makers out there already. No. Always have this at the back of your mind that everyone had their little beginnings. Everyone started from somewhere. What happened over time is that they grew, which is exactly what you have started or what you're about to start to do. Or if, I mean, maybe you've even started already, and I'm just here encouraging you to keep at it, to keep growing on yourself, making sure that the way you do things this year or the way you do things today is better than the way you did it yesterday, and tomorrow you're looking for even better ways to getting things done. What's your habits? Remembering that for things to change on the external, the change has to start with you. So discipline yourself, because vision or dream actualization can never happen without discipline coming into place. You can't take that away. So once you resolve in your heart to go through whatever discipline that it will take on your part to getting your dreams actualized or your vision or your goal actualized, then congratulations in advance, because your success is very, very certain. Alright, that's the most that I can take for this episode today, and I believe that I've been able to lay the foundation as much as possible. And I also want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already. Now, this is a new channel, okay, so please be doubly sure that you've subscribed before. That's if you have subscribed before. If not, click the subscribe button so that you can get the beautiful and wonderful packages that we have lined up for this year to be a blessing to you. Until next time, make sure to go all out and be your very best self. I'll see you. God bless you.